boys gonna fuck me now or what? Come on, give me the double step.
Would that make sense? And I'm going to move on. This is, we're going to go to forums.randy.org. It's forums.rand.
So there you have it. You can go ahead now and make your decision. Has We Are Change been infiltrated by the Freemasons? Is the hidden hand truly steering the truth movement? Think. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mark Youngworth. I'm the chapter head of We Are Change Oshkosh, and I've waited a long time to do this. Waited about a year and a half, and it's finally time to do this. On July 18th, 2010, We Are Change New York City posted a statement to the public on the main We Are Change site regarding their positions as an organization on one of their head organizers, Craig Fitzgerald, being a Freemason, and their position on Freemasonry in general. The post was written by the Mad Prophet, also known as Danny Panzella. The statement stated that, quote, members of We Are Change can choose to denounce or defend any particular group. We Are Change is and has always been dedicated to the truth, and our commitment to the truth will not allow us to censor any member's perspective, unquote. To my knowledge, other chapters have already been deleted from the We Are Change main site's map for demanding real answers to real questions, such as We Are Change Norwich, for example. Well, I'm personally putting that statement to the test. I'm the chapter head of We Are Change Oshkosh, and I choose to openly denounce Freemasonry and Craig Fitzgerald as a Freemason, and as a liar, and as an infiltrator of the truth community. According to Luke Rudowski, in August of 2010, he and Craig got in a big fight over Craig making Masonic hand gestures in We Are Change photos. Luke said Craig told him that he would never again make Masonic hand signs at We Are Change events. Only 1 month later, Craig and Luke were both involved in a Masonic ritual at their 9/11/2010 event.
What I did notice in a few of the pictures with We Are Change New York City, he throws up Freemason symbols in the middle of the pictures, and there has to at least be a conflict of interest.
Yeah. I was very mad when I saw that article on Rogue Government and I saw those pictures. I was very mad at Craig. Me and Craig actually had a huge argument. Why was he putting in those images that were Freemasonic? He then later came to me and he was like, some of them are Rastafarian, some of them are this. This one is Freemasonic. He likes to, throw up pictures. And, we had a group meeting and we had a group discussion, and he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. Craig, I never seen use Freemasonry in a way to hurt us in any way, shape, or form. He said he's not going to do the signs anymore. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. He said he's not going to do the signs anymore. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And also about him being the 32nd, in New York City, they actually skipped degrees. That's what he told me. That's what Craig explained to me. In New York City, they actually skipped degrees to make you further along, and then you have to go back and accomplish and finish up more of those degrees that he didn't finish up yet.
No, I know what it means. The 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite means that I have passed through all 3 degrees of craft or Blue Lodge masonry, which is the first 3, and 30 more, 29 more degrees, which would be 32.
And also about him being the 32nd, in New York City, they actually skipped degrees. That's what he told me. That's what Craig explained to me. In New York City, they actually skip degrees to make you further along, and then you have to go back and accomplish and finish up more of those degrees that he didn't finish up yet. But, whatever it is, trust me when I say he's not doing anything to hurt the group.
Well, you see, Luke, my problem with you saying, trust me that Craig isn't doing anything to hurt the group, my problem with that is that to trust you, we have to trust Craig Fitzgerald, who is a 32nd degree Freemason, because you, Luke, are going off of Craig Fitzgerald's word and nothing more. And if you are going to put us in the position to just trust a 32nd degree Freemason, yeah, trust him. No, he's a trustworthy guy. Yeah, just trust him. I say you're crazy. Luke said Craig told him that he would never again make Masonic hand signs at We Are Change events. Only 1 month later, Craig and Luke were both involved in a Masonic ritual at their 9/11/2010 event, as evidenced by Duncan of We Are Change Norwich in an article that he wrote. And I wrote my own article as Derek in the Midwest, actually. I created my account as Derek in the Midwest and posted this article to the Daily Paul forum, and in under 24 hours, my account was deleted and the article was ripped down and replaced with a whitewash post. You can find all the links to an abundance of evidence backing up what I say below this video. This is the thing, everybody. I know that it's uncomfortable to do this, and nobody wants to admit that one of their leaders or possibly even their friend might be an agent of some sort, but this is the truth movement. This is not the just whenever it's a convenient truth movement. This means the whole truth. And the truth is that this guy has been making signs of allegiance in front of New World Order murals and conducting Masonic rituals at We Are Change events after allegedly saying that he won't involve anything Masonic with We Are Change. Then to top it all off, they started a new chapter because of the controversy over Luke Rudowski and the misappropriation of about $10,000 or more of donation money. The new chapter heads are Craig Fitzgerald and, apparently, Danny Panzella. Go figure. The new sovereignty statement for this group separates them from Luke Rudowski and then, at the end, is loaded with Masonic language. I quote from the new Masonic sovereignty statement, quote, "And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor," unquote. Although these were words used by the Declaration of Independence, let's not forget that most founding fathers were Masons, and as much as nobody likes to think that our founding fathers were being nefarious, I know nobody wants to think about this, but the truth is that the secret societies that rule the world knew that this country was here before America was even founded, and they chose that time to come here and set up shop. That story of Columbus looking for a quicker route to find spices was nothing but a cover. And you can read a book called The Secret Destiny of America by Manly P. Hall, who was a 33rd degree Freemason, by the way. And by reading The Secret Destiny of America, you'll learn about that. Now, my point is that the words divine providence are Masonic language and is symbolized in Freemasonry by the Masonic blazing star, or the blazing star of providence. Here's the kicker. I found out that other chapters, such as Norwich, had been kicked out, so rather than taking the chance of bringing up all this information as Mark, I decided it would be better to create an alter ego and use an alias to bring forth this information that I knew would most likely get me kicked out of We Are Change. Meet Derek in the Midwest. I've known for a couple of years now that Alex Jones is truly dirty, and then Craig Fitzgerald came into the picture after I started my chapter of We Are Change, and honestly, I love the idea of We Are Change. It's a great organization as a whole. It has a lot of great activists that are out there doing the right thing, fighting the New World Order, and I have the utmost respect for anybody who's out there who is true, who's doing the right thing. I have all the respect in the world for We Are Change as a whole. Now, we have a problem here, however. We Are Change has a lot of great people who truly want to do the right thing, but it's clearly controlled at the top. And I won't stand for that. So if We Are Change New York City, also known as We Are Change NYC, and Danny Panzella meant what they said when they said, quote, "Members of We Are Change can choose to denounce or defend any particular group. We Are Change is and always has been dedicated to the truth, and our commitment to the truth will not allow us to censor any member's perspective." If that was true, then they will not delete my chapter and they will not censor this member's perspective. If you all want the whole true story on Craig Fitzgerald and Luke Rudowski and Alex Jones, go to youtube.com/Derek in the Midwest. Derek is D-E-R-E-K. youtube.com/Derek in the Midwest. Derek in the Midwest is all one word. And watch the videos there, and that will give you an accurate picture of what's truly going on in the so-called truth movement. And if any of you doubt my credibility, look into my work as both Mark from We Are Change Oshkosh and as Derek in the Midwest, and you'll find that in both cases, I cover the issues that nobody else is willing to cover, including Alex Jones, including Jack Blood, including basically everybody else in the alternative media, such as my information as Mark Youngworth from We Are Change Oshkosh, the Jerry Kane information. Go to youtube.com/WeAreChangeOshkosh and watch the Jerry Kane videos. Those videos are mind-boggling. I sent those to everyone in the truth community pretty much, and nobody was willing to touch it. Nobody. Except for Federal Jack. Thank you, Federal Jack. Big ups to Federal Jack for doing that. Much appreciated. Shows where you're willing to go. That's huge. Now, where do we go from here? We need new leadership. We need strict vigilance on transparency, and we need a ban on membership in any secret society. Period. I'm already the head of We Are Change Oshkosh, and I am willing to step up to be more active on a national level if necessary, as a coordinator or whatever else. We need real leaders in these chapters. We need real leaders with real plans, and I have plenty of those. As far as New York goes, I would possibly recommend Matthew Lepasek as a chapter head, although he's been in close with Luke and Craig, so he either needs to have a watchful eye on him, or he needs to only be an assistant organizer, and somebody else needs to be a head organizer. You guys in New York, you can figure that out. Just be careful, alright? Whoever wants to contact me can contact me at markinsearchofthetruth@gmail.com. That's MARK, insearchofthetruth@gmail.com. It's all one word. And I will answer any of your questions. We can hopefully start moving in the right direction as far as more direct informational actions and demonstrations and building communities where we can sustain ourselves when the shit hits the fan. Those of you who are true, please step up. We can flip this on its head, but the time is now. I'm pleading with the rest of you out there who are true, who know what's going on, who know I'm speaking the truth. Please do the right thing. Please do the right thing. I'm Mark Youngworth from We Are Change Oshkosh, also known as Derek in the Midwest. I do a show called In Search of the Truth, which will now be broadcast at my own channel. More details coming soon in the future. Stay tuned to youtube.com/Derek in the Midwest and youtube.com/WeAreChangeOshkosh for more details. Thanks to all of you for fighting for true liberty. May God bless all of us and see us through the most bitter and deceitful of times, and give us the courage and determination to speak up when we should, and to never quit, no matter how discouraged we become. The ball's in your court.
Dan Wallace was the son of Lieutenant Robert Wallace of the New York City Fire Department, who died in the World Trade Center on 9/11. Dan expressed his view that the 9/11 attacks were a false flag orchestrated by elements within the United States government, and almost exactly 2 months to the day after this speech, he died a very mysterious death with very mysterious circumstances at the age of 23.
First, I'd really like to thank everybody coming out. grandfather was a firefighter. His father was a firefighter, so it basically runs in my family. My brother's actually going to be a firefighter. So this runs in my family. I mean, my father loved his job. There's nothing more in the world, I mean, except for probably his family. He loved his job to death. He would not do anything other than that. He actually, the summer before 9/11 he was on medical leave. He had a hernia operation, so he was with us the whole summer. Thank God I got to spend the last summer with my father. You know, he went on vacations, got the whole summer spent with him. And his first day back to work was September 11th. And they wanted to put him on light duty, meaning they wanted to keep him in the firehouse, answering the phones. He refused. He said, I'm a fireman, not a secretary. He said, I'm going to work, no matter what. And I could just imagine if my father wasn't there that day, I could imagine how he would feel that he didn't go with his brothers into those buildings. My father would be a very, very broken man. And you know, ever since that day, I believe the official story for all about 2 minutes. And I always have my questions. You know, my family had their questions, and the government sent us the 9/11 commission, or I should say omissions, really. But they sent us that, and I read the whole thing. And as I'm reading the whole thing, it was just incredible the lies in this book. It's like, I don't even know how many pages. It's like 1,000 pages, something like that. But it's short or long, whatever. But it hurt me to read this book. And then I researched it on the internet, and I noticed the little squibs coming out of the building as they're coming down, because I've seen it a million times as everybody else did. And I'm like, gee, what's that? I'm wondering what's going on. So a friend of mine actually gave me a loose change, and I seen that, and I was amazed. I was so amazed when I seen it. I seriously, I broke down. I didn't sleep that night. I was just insanely distraught about it. And so I joined this group, the 9/11 Truth, and then I went to the Truth Rally in Cooper, Great Hall, Cooper Union, September 10th. I've been down to the Trade Center every year with my family. This year I was with my other family, and it felt better than anything I've ever felt before. I mean, actually get out there and know that I'm fighting for something that's right and something that's American, because that is the American way. My father was a true patriot. My father hung up the flag every day and took it down every night. My father was a true patriot, and I will follow in his footsteps. And I tried so hard. I'm going to try till the death of me to get him justice. Not only him, the 3,000 others that died too. When I go down to the Trade Center, I don't start crying until I actually see other families mourning for their family members. The people that went in there just for a 9-to-5 job, just worked there every day, doing whatever, their office jobs. And when I see that just upsets me more, because my father knew what he was doing. And on another note, actually, the fire department, they took us down about maybe 2 months, 3 months after it happened, and they let us listen to the recordings of their radio contact. And I actually heard my father's last words was, come, as we're talking right now, he said, I'm trapped in the elevator. I'm going to try to hack my way out. I'll get back to you when, radio contact lost. And, when I heard that was just, that made me so sick to my stomach. And it still makes me sick. And I just want to say this guy outside actually just told me stop talking about 5 years ago. And I told him I will never stop talking about 5 years ago. I've been 40 years now, 30 years now. I'm never going to stop talking about it. As I said before, my father was a patriot. I'm a patriot, and everybody in this room that believes in truth and wants to find justice is a patriot. Because this is America. It is of the people, for the people, and by the people. And that's the America that I know. And that's the America that I'm going to defend, no matter what. So, in conclusion, I'd just really like to say thank you for everybody coming out, and we are going to keep up this fight till the end, till the very end. Like my man said before, he said they took it from the top to the bottom, we're going to take it from the bottom to the top.
On the right of this photo is Dan Wallace. In the middle, in the blue jacket, is me. On the right, in the black hoodie and the blonde hair, with the smirk on his face, is Luke Rakowski. Almost exactly 2 months to the day after this speech, Dan Wallace died very mysteriously in his sleep at age 23. He was found the morning of January 29th, 2007, dead in bed by his girlfriend Sabrina, who has since given multiple explanations as to what happened before he was found dead. Now, I was renting a room in the upper level of Luke's father's house at that time, and that night I went down to the basement where Luke was living to talk to him about the situation, and I saw that Sabrina Rivera was sleeping over Luke's place that night. She didn't even give it a whole day to recover. The very night, the very same day that he was found dead under very mysterious circumstances, she was with Luke, and they were a couple for at least 2 years after the very mysterious death of Dan. I think this should raise suspicion to any and all people who care about Dan and what really happened on 9/11. Let's not forget Dan Wallace.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey Luke, how you doing? You ready to start getting information? Why don't you just answer the question?
You're going to confront me.
Yes, I'm going to confront you because you don't want to. You block people. Yeah, you should probably for asking you a question. You want to keep people out of your group for asking a question about the money. There needs to be transparency in this movement, and you're not about transparency. It's not about what it's about.
And you make accusations. And when you say, I'm doing all this.
I know that. Well, the thing is, everybody else was asking questions. I wasn't lying. I didn't manipulate.
Yeah, you did.
How did I manipulate?
You wasn't first responder. You said I'm paid.
First of all, Anthony is not a first responder. He's a legal other. And I asked him, and I was asking questions. So you're crazy? I'm crazy. I'm crazy. It's definitely Why don't you answer?
Yeah, but once you get out of this area,
Where?
I'm looking at the
When did it start?
I don't know.
You don't come to the man,
but really, you don't show receipts. You don't show receipts. Why don't you answer?
statement happened. You guys are trying to make something out of nothing. You guys would rather spend your time attacking somebody rather than building up.
So my question is, if you have a legal aid lawyer and you raise $4,200, where did that money go?
I have a lawyer. I'm not a legal aid lawyer.
How come it says on the defendant's shirt you have a legal aid lawyer?
lawyer to stop me. You know this guy. He's the one who's getting that short movie. And that's my lawyer. So now you're wrong again, and you're making that wrong again. Do you have stealing?
I didn't make no accusation. I'm asking questions. You look at what I posted, it's questions. I'm asking questions. Everybody can go online and check what I posted. I mean, I got.
You're saying I have a public defendant, and I don't, and it's on record that I don't. You're saying that I stole the money.
Where's it on record? Because I did a defendant search on the New York State Unified Court System. It says you have a public defendant.
And that website is not updated every day. That website said the public defendant that I have now. That doesn't have my information as a lawyer.
The bureaucracy does roll slow. I don't know.
You're coming here making accusations that I took the money.
I'm not making accusations. I'm asking money. I'm asking questions. And these questions that you're not answering, you'd rather just throw it back out on the bottom. Alright, that's his answer, whatever.
Alright. It is whatever because
how's your foot, man? Sir, your heel look good? Yeah.
Anybody remember? You're making an ass of yourself, and now you're working with the bum. And now, what do you do besides this? You make all that.
I'm not making any registration, but you know, I'm not talking. Why don't you make that? I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one asking you these questions. I am not the only one.
Everybody knows where they were.
If I was the lone gunman being like, hey, Luke, what about the money? No, that'd be pretty much. But you have WeHaveNotChanged Pennsylvania on your right now. Not just Pat. He has
literally legally crazy because of his record. It was legally crazy.
Not just Pat. There are other people questioning. What about this kid on Facebook? Look at what you're doing.
You're doing nothing productive. You're not helping anybody. We're doing the things.
Why don't you answer? I think I'm making fun of you. No, I'm not
have it on camera.
I'm not making fun of you. What outrageous accusations have I made? What I freaking put on the incident. What did I mean?
You said you're going around trying to spend $100 for New York State money on the president.
And you know what? And I admitted that I was wrong.
How come nobody's taking your pamphlets?
I didn't say.
How come nobody's taking your pamphlets?
And you can read it and you say, I'm not making any accusations.
If you would come to the meeting, would be part of everything.
What about the other people?
This is not going nowhere. I was talking over each other. And you want to listen to me? I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
Maybe they don't know what you actually stand for. If you say investigate 9/11, maybe they don't think that you're talking about bombs in a building.
You want to kick people out. I think everybody
you're making lies and accusations. That's why I can't step down as a leadership. I said, if you don't request, really investigate that. So, because you step down as a leader, because you spend all your time attacking me, it says, I thought there'd be some leaderless people. But when you head up an organization,
didn't you say that you are the...
You can talk over me all you want, but you don't know. I'm done. Because you don't want to listen to me. The goal is literally very clear. They thought he was going to be a puppet. He was womanized. His father was a Nazi. They thought he was going to be this guy they could control.
Hello, everybody. Just wanted to show you guys this here. A little document here that I found regarding Luke Rudkowski of WeHaveNotChanged. Looks like it's an indictment that was actually dated November 26, 2012. It goes on to say they obviously sent the indictment to him. Looks like these email addresses, as you can see on the screen here. Looks like the accused has never or neither replied nor agreed to answer the indictment before a jury at trial. It looks like, let's see here, where was it? It does appear that once you have indicted, that you will answer the charges within 10 days, hold on, where was it? Basically the findings here, looks like the accused under false pretenses collects monies from individuals who were led to believe that the donations were going to be allocated towards the 9/11 first responders' medical expenses as well as the equipment expenses for WeHaveNotChanged. The exhibits were available to the accused if he followed the instructions above. They are the exhibits considered by the grand jury that led to the current counts of the indictment. They would be included here on, while Exhibit A1, these are the portions from 2 years worth of bank statements made available by the accuser between 07 and 08. If we look here, his name, real name, it does look like Chase Bank statement. If you look, the account number is blurted out, but this is a court document, so obviously important to take note. Looks like obviously we're seeing withdrawals in the thousands of dollars in this account. Now, if they are in fact a nonprofit, basically surviving off of donations, they are required under law to basically keep that money allocated to what they say they're going to use it for. Now it looks like, you know, another withdrawal from an ATM. I mean, come on. I mean, look, another $4,134. I mean, this is pretty damning stuff. I mean, total deposits $10,000, total ATM and debit card withdrawals looks like $2,200. Come on. But look at the look at that. I mean, wow. Looks like another $8 grand. I mean, that's a lot of money, guys. I mean, think about that for a minute. You know, who needs that and where is it going? You know, Covert Systems Group, card purchase, Thomas Investigative, P. Austin for, I mean, come on. You know, like, this is pretty lengthy stuff. I mean, beginning balance, $6,600. Ending, $7,000. $1,585. I guess doing pretty well, right? I mean, the withdrawals is what we're worried about. It's like PayPal transfer, $4,000, car purchase, another Thomas Investigative, Feel Good Foundation. I mean, it doesn't look like they're putting the money where it needs to be. Another withdrawal, $1,500. I mean, I'm going to leave a download link in the description of this video so you guys can go ahead and go over this document yourself and see for yourself. I definitely don't want to, you know, obscure any information here. Definitely want you guys to have access to it, but this is definitely pretty damning information. If, in fact, you know, he's supposed to be a truther, I mean, where's the truth? Where's the truth in this? Guys, this is important. Another thing too that I want to point out after all this, let's see here, it's all the evidence still. There's other charges as well as part of this indictment. It does look like they got emails too, which I didn't see. Let's see here. So it looks like first count in this is for fraud. The accused, under false pretenses, collected monies from individuals who were led to believe that the donations were going to be allocated towards the 9/11 first responders' medical expenses, as well as the equipment expenses for WeHaveNotChanged. Embezzlement. The accused embezzled funds from donations intending for the medical expenses of 9/11 first responders, as well as WeHaveNotchanged equipment, into his own personal bank account between 07 and 09. He has collected funds exceeding $60,000 and has made large cash withdrawals, nearly matching those deposits. Count 3, libel. The accused repeatedly damaged the reputations of those individual members of WeHaveNotChanged who inquired into the accounting as required by their own code of conduct by insinuating that those members work for their government, as well as answering direct questions in a deceptive manner. Count 4, extortion. The accused has deceived the WeHaveNotchanged membership about the organization's legal status and raised money on a false pretext. And then fraud. The accused solicited for donations intended for a legal defense fund on behalf of himself and 2 other WeHaveNotchanged members, and retained all of their contributions, or all of the contributions, after the charges that warranted the legal defense fund were dropped. Ouch. I mean, think about that, guys.
This is Luke Radowski of WeHaveNotChanged, and many times I get asked the question of how do I get backstage to confront someone like Dick Cheney, Tony Blair, Henry Kissinger, or Ben Bernanke? Well, the answer is very simple, and we're making this video to show you exactly how I do it. Benny! What's up, man? This is Luke. How you doing? Good, good, awesome. You got to tell Anna thank you for the meatloaf last week. It was just incredible. It was amazing, man. Awesome, awesome. You're in New York? At that economic New York policy thingy, yeah? Uh-huh. Awesome. You got me VIP tickets? Awesome, man. That's incredible, man. You're the man. No, you're the man. No, you're the man, Bernanke. Hey, what do you think about doing maybe one of those fake confrontation videos like we did last time? I mean, the public ate it up, the video went viral, we have to do it again. You're down, awesome, great. Just remember, this time get the secretary and security guards in front of the camera. Last time they grabbed me from behind and it really didn't look that realistic. Good, good, tell Martha. And you're gonna have a surprise for me? Oh, dude, you're the man. This video is gonna be awesome. What's it called? What do you think about me, you, Henry, and David heading to town afterwards? Great. It's going to be crazy, man. We're going to go all out. But I'm kind of actually running low on Federal Reserve notes. I was wondering if you could go to the Fed, maybe print some up. Awesome. Great. Dude, it's going to be a crazy night, man. Dude, see you soon. It's going to be epic.
Don't grab my mic. You engineered the largest crisis.
Sir, we're not answering questions.
Sir,
we're not answering questions now.
It's just a question.
We're not answering questions now.
I'm just asking a question. Hey Bernanke, how can the American public trust you when you engineered and kept secret the largest bailout in the history of the world?
We're not answering.
Let go of my mic. Don't grab. To destroy the economic American economy due to a mole. I mean, what'd you do at the Bilderberg Group?
I'm not doing any press today.
No questions?
No.
What'd you do there? All we want to know. When are you going to apologize for destroying this economy, Mr. Bernanke?